Good morning. This is Charmone. It is Thursday, March 23rd, 9:30 a.m. I'm here to talk to you today about it's a two-part video. First, I want to talk about effective parenting, and then I want to talk about personality profiles that could either be lacking effective communication with your peers, your family, or in your ministry, wherever you go, or you have skillful, very powerful communication where you have success in building relationships with others. So first, I'm going to start off with asking, what type of parent are you? Are you the neglectful parent who you love your children, but you don't spend time with them, you don't talk to them, you don't engage in anything that they're doing? They're kind of doing their own thing and they're acting out and you don't understand why, and you're yelling at them instead of taking the time to find out what's wrong and spend time with them. It's very, very important, because when we neglect to talk to our kids and spend time with them, get involved in things that they're doing, they're going to go out in the street and find things to do that are not positive. They may engage in sex at an early age, start using drugs, get involved with a gang where they feel they belong, they're connected to someone, they feel loved. And these things could be going on, and if you're not careful, they could be happening right up under your nose. So we have to pay attention to our kids and spend time with them. And I understand, especially for single mothers, you got to work, but you're going to have to learn to balance your time. And kids don't want a lot of our time. They just want some of our time. It might be 15 minutes. It might be 30 minutes, an hour, depending on the age of your kids. Little kids from age, of course, infants to probably like age 12, they want time with you. And after that, when they become teenage, they want to spend less time. But when they want to spend time with you and they want to talk to you, we need to be available and listen to them and not criticize them or yell at them or call them names or put them down. Then there is the permissive type of parent who allows their kids to run wild and do whatever they want to do. And although you don't like the behavior, you fail to do anything about it until you get angry, you blow up, you explode, you're yelling at your kids. You might call them names, make threats that you don't follow through with. And the behavior continues, and now you're frustrated and you feel like you have to get even with your kids with punishment, which, by the way, is not the same as discipline. So we don't want to ever punish our kids. We want to discipline them. Then there's the anxious avoidant type of parent. You got a lot of stress in your life and you're all over the place and you don't have fun time or downtime, and you're busy, whether you're a student or you're working or you're doing both. You tend to not want to build close relationships with people or even your kids. And that doesn't mean that you don't love them. You just kind of focus on what you need to do, and they feel left out. And again, kids act out their behavior. They don't really tell you how they feel. It's hard for them, so they act it out. Then there is the parenting styles like authoritarian, which is the parent who tells a child what to do, but they don't follow through. They make threats, don't follow through with it. For instance, if you don't stop doing this, I'm going to take this away. And the kids don't take you serious because you don't follow through, and you wonder why they don't listen to you. Kids need consistency. So if you say you're going to take something away, for example, And by the way, whatever consequence you give, it has to be reasonable, because kids have short attention span. And so we won't say you're never going outside again for a year. That's unreasonable. Well, today you're not going to go outside and we'll see how things go tomorrow. That's more reasonable, and it gives a child a chance to reflect on what they've done and decide to change their behavior. And again, there's the authoritative parent, who is the best parenting style, by the way, because they tell children what to do, they give them a chance to do it, and they make sure that they follow through. If not, they give them a reasonable consequence. And all through that, they're consistent. Kids need consistency in their life. If they see a way where they can manipulate you because you're not consistent, they're going to take advantage of the opportunity, because kids want to win in their mind. And it doesn't matter if you're the parent, they want to win this war that's going on between you and them. And so we never want to try to get even with our kids, because it's dysfunctional, it's chaotic. You're not resolving the problem. And so I tend to be the authoritarian. I admit it. I often don't follow through because I'm busy, I'm frustrated, and I want the behavior to stop. And so I'm decided to make change. It also has to do with my personality. I did a personality profile, and it turns out that I'm the submissive, competent part of this profile. And I'm submissive to people in authority in general, as long as they're easygoing, they are kind, compassionate, and they care about me. If you're demanding and you're manipulative and controlling, then I kind of get stubborn and I will not submit to you. And it doesn't matter if you are a pastor or my boss. I expect people to respect me, and I will respect you too. So that's where the conflict comes in, because if you're married to someone who is the dominant or demanding type of personality, they expect things to get done, they're successful, they go out, they're doers, they make things happen. And if you're like me, who's kind of slow in making decisions sometimes, I don't make decisions unless I'm really sure. And sometimes I've missed out on opportunities because I waited too long to make a decision. So I'm just grateful today that God has shown me that there are some areas in my life that I need to change. I can't change my personality. I'm a kind, nice person. I also like to joke around and have fun, but I'm also very serious about things. And I like to get the job done. I don't like sloppiness. I don't like things out of order. I don't like excuses and lies. If I have a job to do, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability and provide quality work in whatever I do. But sometimes in life, you need to make decisions right away. Just jump in and make a decision. Because for me, like I said, I missed out on a lot of opportunity because I was slow to make decisions. So God is showing me there's areas in my life where I need to trust Him. I know His voice. He will lead me and guide me and direct me. I need to exercise my faith more and move forward and get those things that I need to do. Also, I'm very cautious and calculating, not in a bad way. I'm just cautious about what I do. And I think sometimes it drives people crazy because like I said, if I'm not sure of something, I won't do it. If I feel it's a bad idea, I won't do it, of course. But sometimes it just requires faith and just jump in and do what needs to be done. So God is showing me that I need to move forward more. I need to not be afraid. Just trust Him. And the only way you're going to know areas in your life that need to change is to spend time with God. Hear His still small voice. Stay in His word. He promised He will lead you. He will guide you. He will direct your path. And I also understand that I don't have to be perfect and I don't have to seek approval from people. I've often done that, and I don't need to do that anymore. I'm learning to be comfortable with who I am and be more confident and do what I need to do. And also let go of stress, things that are stressful, things that I can't do anything about. I leave that in the hands of the Lord. And however it turns out, then that's how it is. It may not be the way I want it, but God is God and He is in control. The only thing I need to control is me. I can't control others or situations, and I'm learning to let go of stuff that I have no control over. That's just life. And I feel a lot freer in my spirit. I feel a lot better. I don't feel those heavy weights anymore. But I just wanted to share that today, that, whether you're a single parent, you're married, you're a student, you're working, you're in the ministry, whatever it is you're doing in your life, make sure you always reflect, which means humble yourself, spend time with God, bow down before Him and seek His face and change those things in your life that need to change, because it's going to hinder you from moving forward. You also need to deal with some things that you don't want to deal with in your life, whether it's relationships, it's school, or whatever it is, some things that happened in your past that's still affecting your future. You need to deal with those things and cut those ties so your past can stay in the past and it won't hinder you from moving forward. We can't hide things, stuff it, repress it, deny it. Some things if it keeps coming back up in your life and God is showing you need to deal with it, or certain things are going on and God is showing you need to change it, well, until you do, you won't be able to move forward. So I just wanted to share that today, and I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you, and have a good day.